Tubbs, we got your immediate reaction after a win at York. Looking back, a bit of a Jekyll and Hyde performance.
Ugly. But the most important thing is that we got the 2 points and just kept his nose in front of the pack that's chasing. So, look, I know it was going to be a tough one. As I said after the game, I was a bit apprehensive going into it. We had a tough week last week for the players because people don't understand this, that, you know, after we play on Sunday, and this week will be tough as well, but after we play Sunday, we play Friday night, so there'll be not a great deal will get done next week. It'll be more about the recovery and just having a captain's run. And then the week after, we play Toulouse, so there's been a bit of a spike in what we're doing on the training field over the last couple of weeks and this week. And then we'll have to come back off, so they're fresh for these two, you know, for the York and the Toulouse game, where we're not going to get a great deal done. So yeah, we're mindful of that, but you know, it's still, you know, some of the tries we conceded, some of the things we did the other day were really disappointing. And you know, credit to them, they had a dig, they had a go, they're desperate, and when they threw the ball about, they asked us some questions. But you know, we only had 12 sets in the second half and completed 6. Now we usually have 20 sets per half at least, you know. So there's a reason, but that won't do us any harm to having to defend and work really hard, because you know, as I said, this couple of week phase is all about going a little bit harder, and we certainly did that on Sunday.
You mentioned about the gap to the other teams from third and below. How important is every win now going forward? Because you mentioned the middle third and final third. It'll be coming up pretty soon.
Well, you're nearly halfway through.
Yeah.
Once we played York, we're over halfway through the season, aren't we? So it's just important just to keep ticking the boxes and getting the results. And look, there's going to be good, there's going to be bad, there's going to be ugly, and you know, when we're good, we're good. And I thought, you know, the first half we caused them problems. And again, you know, we blew a few chances, and it was a case of, you know, I talked to them about being in the shot. And there were that many people in the shot. We had that many people could pass in, and ended up passing to the floor. So, you know, it's just one of them, you know. But yeah, we just need to keep winning. And we've got another tough task this week against Whitehaven. That, you know, they're desperate to get some results because they're down towards the bottom end. But we're back here, aren't we? We're back at the OLP, and you know, we've been away for a while, and we're looking forward to that. The next two at home, and you know, we need to entertain. We need to entertain the fans this week and play the rugby that we enjoy playing, and excite them and get them off the seats. And you know, we just need to be a little bit harder on ourselves mentally. You know, we need to push ourselves to them limits, because as I said, the middle third is important to us, which will define what happens in the final third. And you know, we've got lots of things to improve on. There's a mentality of putting games to bed like that, because you know, some good teams won't give you that opportunity. So you've got to nail them. You've got to be clinical. And when you get people, when you're strangling people, you've got to go right through. You know, you've got to keep the foot on the gas, and good teams do that. And we're still not where we need to be yet.
Well, coming back home, as you say, pretty sterling performances so far here at home. It's just a case of, I think when you mentioned about the sets as well, the end of sets, how important is that to make sure that we're putting Whitehaven in deep in their own territory?
We still haven't been beat at home this season, have we? Which is something we're immensely proud of. Yeah, the end of sets need to improve. We need to get them into the corners so that then we can you know, get after the steals and trap them in corners, and because you know, we did it on Sunday. When we did it on Sunday, they couldn't handle us. You know, we 5 players, and we forced a mistake on the 5th play. We scored on the next set. It's all about that. It's all about you know, building pressure and then turning the screw on them defensively. And I think at times we've been really good with that, and particularly here. You know, when we played battling teams like that, when we really got after them and put them under pressure, it was all about, you know, the end of sets and getting them into the corners and actually upping the intensity of our D. And that's something we've got to, you know, do this weekend. Make sure we get a good performance. Will there be some changes? Possibly. You know, some of the boys are out there on loan now, aren't they, which is great. Peachy's had 4 or 5 games now. We heard he's played the other day. Guzzy's been out, and and played. Bassey were out last week. Ryan Johnson's been out, so you know we've got a number of players that have played, and it's important. You know, everybody in the squad is massively important to us because you know we're not going to go through the season without injuries. We know that, and everybody needs to be fresh. So people are now playing, which is important to us. But there'll be, you know, the boys have been a bit frustrated, but now they're playing. Then you know they can. When they're called on, they, you know, hopefully they can make sure they've got the performance.
How weird is it for you knowing that we have players going out on loan, because we've not had that, we've not been in that situation before for quite a few years.
For a long time, and that's great. And I mean, it's been a bit frustrating for them, and they've been great. Look, the players, all these players that haven't played a lot of rugby, have all understood. And you know they're just desperate to play, and to get them out there and playing at any level with with anybody. If I'm honest, is important because you can train all week, but if you don't get a game at the end of it, it's soon you get frustrated and that. But the boys have been really good. I'm really pleased with them. You know, when they've been asked, they want to go out, and they want to go out because they want to play.
And just finally, it'll be a double header. The Eagles women will be playing here, playing Dewsbury Moor at 12:30, and we'll also be welcoming back some Magic Weekend heroes as the LDRL play on Saturday as well. It's a great time for the club in general.
Yeah, I mean it's fantastic to have the double header, and the women. I was down and watched the last game against Warrington, and they were great, and they're a credit to themselves, they're a credit to the club. And as you say, the LD are going to be the Magic Weekend on Saturday. They'll be back here with us on Sunday, and it's what everything's about, isn't it? It's one club, and we are immensely proud of that. And everybody's got a part to play. And I'll be here. I'll be watching the women's game before. The LD always puts a smile on my face. You know that. I love them guys to bits because they've got a smile on their face. They enjoy it, and that's what we're here for.